Hi everyone, welcome to the session of ECA Electronic Circuit Analysis. In this class, I am going to tell about the topic, that is analysis of effect of coupling capacitors in two-stage RC coupled amplifier. So what is the effect of coupling capacitor? If you take that is a multi-stage amplifier, a two-stage RC coupled amplifier, and what is the gain at each and every frequency? So that is at lower frequencies, at mid frequencies, and as well as at higher frequencies. So we will calculate the values. In previous session, we have discussed that what is meant by bootstrap emitter follower, and what is the purpose of using bootstrap emitter follower, and what is Darlington amplifier. So these are the methods which are used to improve the input impedance of the circuit. So we already discussed those topics in previous session. So now we will see what is the effect of coupling capacitors in two-stage RC coupled amplifier. Already we know two-stage RC coupled amplifier consists of two stages. So two stages. One is AC, that means in two stages we are considering two CE transistors, common emitter transistors. These two transistors or two stages are coupled by the use of RC coupling. So RC coupling means if you are connecting two stages or two or more stages by the use of resistors and capacitors, then that type of coupling is known as RC coupling. So here also we are using RC coupling in order to connect the two stages, that is two CE stages. So this is first stage and this is second stage. So these two stages are connected by the use of capacitor and resistor. So here this type of coupling is known as RC coupling. Okay. So here we are taking two CE transistors. CE transistor means input is applied to the base terminal and output is taken at collector, emitter is common. And similarly, the output of first stage is given as input to the second stage. And here base is the input terminal, collector is the output terminal, and emitter is common. Okay. So these two stages are connected together by the use of RC coupling. Okay. And next, what is the effect of coupling capacitor? What is the effect of coupling capacitor at different range of frequencies? We have to analyze. So first, what is the effect of coupling capacitor in two-stage RC coupled amplifier? In order to calculate or in order to find out the value of gain at different frequencies, or in order to know the effect of coupling capacitor at different frequencies, first of all, we should draw the H parameter equivalent circuit for the given, that is for this figure. Okay. So here, this is first stage, this is second stage. In order to draw the H parameter equivalent circuit, just here we are considering the output section of first stage and the input section of second stage. Here we are finding the value of gain, or as well as we are finding the effect of coupling capacitor at different frequencies. So in order to find out the effect, here we are considering the output of first stage and the input of second stage. So let us draw the equivalent circuit by considering the output of first stage as well as the input of second stage. So if you take the output of first stage, normally if you draw the H parameter equivalent circuit, normally we have four elements. At the input we have two elements, at the output we have two elements. At the input we have HIE, HRE, VC. And at the output we have two elements, that is HFEIB, HV. Okay. So if you draw the equivalent circuit of the first stage, then the output of first stage consists of HFEIB, HOE. We are neglecting the first stage of the that means input section of first stage. Okay. And next, what is the so here in place of transistor we are placing some H parameter equivalent model. And next, here we are taking collector as the output terminal, base as the input terminal. So at the collector we have only load resistance RL. And whenever you are drawing some equivalent circuit, the capacitors become short circuit. Okay, so that means this capacitor becomes short circuited, and at the collector we have RL only. So that's why we have RL at the collector. And this is the collector terminal components, and emitter is common. If you analyze the circuit by using the H parameter model, here we have remaining elements. Just we are neglecting all the elements. That means VI, VS, RS, as well as HIE, HRE, VCE, and the input impedances. So those elements are all neglected. Just we are considering the output section of first stage, that is HFEIB, HOE, and RL only. Okay, and next, at different frequencies, the coupling capacitor becomes short circuit, and the coupling capacitor provides some reactance. So here we are trying to analyze the effect of coupling capacitor at different frequencies. So that's why for now we are taking the capacitor at different frequencies. That means at mid frequencies, at lower frequencies, at higher frequencies, the capacitor becomes short circuited, as well as it provides some resistance or reactance. Okay, so RL, and we have some capacitor, and the capacitor is connected to the input section of second stage. So the input section of second stage consists of two elements, and we have some internal input resistance of the transistor. So that is R1, R2, Ra2. So at the input we have three resistances: R1, R2, Ra2. R1, one end is connected to base, another end is connected to ground, because this is ground terminal. Because whenever we are drawing some equivalent circuit, this should be ground. The DC source should be grounded. So R1 first end is connected to base, other end is connected to ground, and R2 first end is connected to base, other end is connected to ground. So that means these two resistances are in parallel combination. Okay, and by the addition of these two resistances, we have one more resistance, that is the input impedance or input resistance of this transistor. We have some input resistance of the transistor, that one also we considered here. So that is R1, R2, R8. We have remaining elements. So those elements are neglected here, because we are focusing on the effect of coupling capacitor on the circuit at different frequencies. Okay, so here the this one, up to this portion, this section represents the output section of first stage, and this section represents the input section of second stage, and these two stages are coupled together. Okay, and so here we are drawing the equivalent circuit, that means further simplified equivalent circuit. So here the above H parameter equivalent circuit further simplified, and we have the circuit as shown in this figure. So here we have one current, that is HFE-IV current source, and R0 dash, CC, and RA dash. What is R0 dash? R0 dash is the parallel combination of HOE, that is admittance. So admittance is represented as 1 by HOE, is in parallel with RL. RA dash is equal to parallel combination of R1, R2. So if you see the figure, we have a current source, that one taken as like current source only, HFE-IV, and we have two impedances. Not, this is admittance and this is resistance. Okay, so the parallel combination of these two values will be considered as RO dash. RO dash is the parallel combination of HOE and RL. HOE is the admittance. Normally, HOE is the output admittance. We know that value. So 1 by HOE is the impedance, is in parallel with RL. Okay, so that is R0 dash. And next we have CC, and the parallel combination of these three resistances are considered as RA dash. RA dash is R1 parallel, R2 parallel. Just we are simplifying this circuit. In place of these two resistances, we are taking one resistance, that is R0 dash. In place of these three resistances, we are taking one resistance, that is RA dash. Okay. Next, let us analyze the effect of coupling capacitor at mid frequencies. Okay, let us find the value of voltage gain at mid frequencies. So at mid frequencies, the coupling capacitor provides short circuit. The coupling capacitor acts as short circuit. Okay, so normally this is our circuit, and in this circuit, if you see, the current source is in parallel with this resistance, and This one, this current source parallel combination with the resistance can be modified as Thevenin's equivalent circuit. This is Norton's equivalent circuit because the current source is in parallel with the resistance. This one is modified as Thevenin's equivalent circuit because we want to find out the voltage gain. So that's why we are trying to modify the current source into a voltage source. So here we have a current and this is our resistance. So what is voltage? This current, this is resistance. Voltage becomes V equal to I into R, that is HFEIB into R naught S. This is voltage. And current direction is from this one, that is downward direction. So that is, this is minus, this is plus. Okay, so this is voltage source, that is voltage source represents the voltage, that is HFEIB or not dash, and this voltage source is in series with the resistance or not dash. This one is Thevenin's equivalent circuit. Here just we are modifying these two components, or we are modifying this circuit into Thevenin's equivalent circuit, that is voltage source in series with the resistance or not. And next we have coupling capacitor CC and RA dash. So CC and RA dash. Okay. At mid frequencies, what is the voltage gain? So here at mid frequencies, coupling capacitor acts as short circuit. Okay. So that's why CC becomes short circuit. So this is the equivalent circuit. From this circuit, what is the output voltage? From this circuit, what is the output voltage? So here we can apply voltage divider rule. Here we can apply voltage divider rule. So what is voltage divider rule? So if you're applying some voltage to the circuit consisting of two impedances, then the voltage is divided between those two impedances. And then the middle voltage can be calculated as, let us consider the middle voltage is V2, initial voltage is V1, and V1 is divided between two resistances R1 and R2. Then what is the middle voltage? V2 is equal to V1 into R2 by R1 plus R2. Already we know the formula. Already in previous offline classes we have already discussed the topic also. So here we are applying the voltage divider rule. Okay, this is the middle voltage V0 and this is the initial voltage, and these are the two resistances, and the middle voltage V0 becomes, so this is V2, this is V1, this is R1, this is R2. So V2 is equal to V1 into R2 by R1 plus R2. Okay, so V0 is equal to, what is V1 minus HFE IB or not dash into the, V1 into R2. R2 means RA dash by total resistance, that is RA dash plus R naught dash. Okay, so V0 is equal to minus HFE IB or not dash RA dash by or not dash plus RA dash. This is the output voltage, and this can be obtained by using the voltage divider rule. Okay, so in order to find out the gain, we are dividing this V0 or this term with Vi. Okay, so then we get V0 by Vi is equal to minus HFE IB or not dash RA dash by or not dash plus RA dash into 1 by Vi. Okay, what is V0 by Vi? V0 by Vi is the ratio of output voltage to input voltage, that is equivalent to gain. And here we are finding the gain at mid frequencies, because here we are making CC as short circuit. At mid frequencies, CC becomes short circuit. So V0 by Vi is gain, so that is AV. We are finding the gain at mid frequencies, that is AV mid. This represents the voltage gain at mid frequencies, that is equal to minus HFE IB or not dash RA dash by or not dash plus RA dash into Vi. So this is the voltage gain at mid frequencies. Okay, we are using this one or this equation in later also. So just remember the equation. This is the voltage gain at mid frequencies. And next, let us find out the voltage gain at lower frequencies. Voltage gain at lower frequencies. So at lower frequencies, what is the effect of capacitance? So at lower frequencies, the coupling capacitor provides some reactance. That means it has some reactance. So we should consider the value. We should consider the reactance also. So that's why here we have this is our circuit, and these two components, or that means this circuit is modified as Thevenin's equivalent circuit, that is current source in parallel with resistance or not dash. So this is voltage source in series with the resistance or not dash, and then we have this capacitance also, and it provides the reactance. The reactance of the capacitance is 1 by j omega cc, and we have resistance RA dash. So this is the equivalent circuit at lower frequencies. At mid frequencies, we are making the capacitance as short circuit, but at lower frequencies, we should consider the capacitance because it provides some reactance, and the reactance of the capacitance is 1 by j omega cc. And next, what is the gain? What is the gain at lower frequencies? In order to find out the gain, here also we should find out V0 value, and then we can find out the value V0 by VA. So what is V0 here? So V0 is equal to same. Apply voltage divider rule here. Consider this one as these two components as one single component. Okay. So that is the series combination of R0 dash and 1 by j omega cc as one impedance only. This is R1 and this is R2. This is V1 and this is V2. Okay. What is V2? V2 equal to V1 into R2 by R1 plus R2. This is R1. Total the series combination is taken as R1. This is R2. Okay. So let us substitute the values in the voltage divider. We are applying voltage divider rule. So V0 is equal to minus HFE IB R0 dash. Minus HFE IB R0 dash. This is V1 into R2. This is RI dash. So minus HFE IB R0 dash RI dash by total resistance. That is, this is R1, this is R2. So this is R1 is the series combination of these two resistances. And the series combination of these two resistance becomes R0 dash plus 1 by j omega cc. This is R1 plus R2 is RA dash. And the total value becomes R0 dash plus RA dash plus 1 by j omega cc. Okay. So, but here we want to find out the gain. Here we want to find out the gain. So that's why V0 by Vi is equal to minus, we are dividing this term with Vi. Okay, so V0 by Vi is equal to minus HFE IB R0 dash RA dash by R0 dash plus RA dash plus 1 by j omega cc into Vi. Okay, so what is V0 by Vi? V0 by Vi is the gain, voltage gain at lower frequencies, that is represented as AV low is equal to this value. Okay, and next, so here we are simplifying the equation. So minus HFE IB R0 dash RA dash by R0 dash plus RA dash plus 1 by j omega cc into Vi. This is the voltage gain at lower frequencies. We are simplifying the equation here. Okay, and next, in order to simplify the circuit, divide numerator and denominator with R0 dash plus RA dash. Divide the numerator and denominator with R0 dash plus RA dash. So if you divide the numerator and denominator with R0 dash plus RA dash, at the numerator we have minus HFE IB R0 dash RA dash by R0 dash plus RA dash by, so here we have, if you divide R0 dash plus RA dash, if you divide R0 dash plus RA dash at the numerator and denominator also. So at the denominator, R0 dash plus RA dash by R0 dash plus RA dash becomes 1 only. Okay, because those two terms will be cancelled. So 1 plus 1 by j omega cc by R0 dash plus RA dash. So that term becomes 1 by j omega cc into R0 dash plus RA dash. So finally, at the denominator, we have 1 plus 1 by j omega cc into R0 dash plus RA dash. This is the denominator term and this is the numerator term. Into the remaining term is 1 by Vi. Okay, and next, divide. So here we are dividing the term. So here let us see, minus at the numerator we have the term, so that is minus HFE IB R0 dash RA dash by R0 dash plus RA dash, and remaining term is 1 by Vi by 1. So just we are dividing with the j numerator. Let us take, or in simple manner we can also say that the denominator term is shifted to numerator. 1 by j is equal to minus j. Okay, 1 by j is equal to minus j. So in place of 1 by j we can write it as minus j. Minus j by remaining term is omega cc into R0 dash plus RA dash. So what is AV mid value? Already we know AV mid means the voltage gain at mid frequencies. So AV mid is minus HFE IB R0 dash RA dash by R0 dash plus RA dash into VA. So in place of So in place of these numerator term up to this portion, that is minus HFE IB or not dash RA dash by or not dash plus RA dash into VI. This is the numerator term. Let us consider. So the in place of these term, we can place AB mid, because AB mid is the defined value. Already we derived the equation. So in place of the numerator, we are substituting AB mid. So AB mid by the denominator consists of values, that is 1 minus J by omega Cc into R naught dash plus R. So from this equation, AB low by AB mid or AB low by AB mid becomes 1 by 1 minus J by omega Cc into R naught dash plus R. Okay, so this can also be written as AB low by AB mid is equal to 1 by 1 minus J by here omega means 2 pi. Omega means 2 pi. If you substitute in place of omega at the denominator, we have 2 pi of Cc on naught dash plus Ra dash. 2 pi of Cc on naught dash plus Ra dash. So let us take 1 by 1 minus J, and here we have 1 by 2 pi of Cc on naught dash plus Ra dash. So in place of 1 by 2 pi Cc on naught dash plus Ra dash, we are substituting Fl. Then the term becomes 1 by 1 minus J into, this term becomes Fl, and the remaining term at the denominator, we have only one term, remaining term, that is F. So AB low by AB mid is equal to 1 by 1 minus J into Fl by F, where Fl is 1 by 2 pi Cc on naught dash plus R dash. This is the gain, lower frequency gain, and in terms of mid frequency gain, we can also write the lower frequency gain in terms of mid frequency gain. And this is the value of AB low by AB mid, and the magnitude of this term becomes mod AB low by AB mid is equal to 1. Magnitude is 1 only, and if you take the magnitude of the denominator, this is in the form of A plus IB. In place of A, we have 1. In place of B, that is we have Fl by F. So that means square root of A square plus B square. So square root of 1 square is 1 plus B square means Fl by F whole square. Okay, this is the magnitude for the denominator. And at F equal to Fl, this value becomes 1 by square root of 1 plus 1 only. So that is 1 by square root 2, that is 0.707. So from this equation, we can say that at lower frequencies, the gain becomes 1 by root 2 times of maximum value, that is mid frequency. That is at lower frequencies, the gain reduced by 1 by root 2 times of mid frequency gain. Okay, this is the gain at lower frequencies. And let us find out the value at higher frequency also. This is not lower frequency, so this is a mistake. So just remember voltage gain at higher frequency. This is the voltage gain at higher frequency range. So at higher frequency, what is the effect of coupling capacitor? What is the effect of shunt capacitor? So at higher frequencies, we should also consider the shunt capacitance effect. So this is our equivalent circuit. So this is our equivalent circuit, and at lower frequencies, CC becomes short circuit, and at mid frequencies, CC becomes short circuited. At lower frequencies, CC has some reactance, so that's why you are taking some reactance value. And at higher frequencies, we have one more capacitance that is also called as shunt capacitance, which appears at the output. Shunt capacitance or shunting capacitance is the internal capacitance that appears at the higher frequencies. So that's why we are also considering that capacitance, that is represented as CSH. Okay, at higher frequencies, we have one more capacitance, additional capacitance, CSH, which appears at the output. Okay, and next CC becomes short circuit. CC becomes short circuit, as well as we have some shunting capacitance, that one appears at the output, so that one also be considered. And coupling capacitors become short circuited, and we are following the same procedure That means in order to find out the voltage gain at higher frequencies, then the gain becomes AV high by AV mid is equal to 1 by square root of 1 by 1 plus F by FH whole square. So at F equal to FH, this term becomes 1 by root 2, that is 0.707. So this is the circuit. This is the circuit when we are considering the coupling capacitors as short circuit, and we have some shunt capacitance at the output. Shunt capacitance means it has the reactance, that is 1 by j omega CSH. CSH is the shunt capacitance reactance which appears at the output. And here we have a capacitance, coupling capacitance at higher frequencies. This one becomes short circuit. Okay. And the equivalent circuit at higher frequency becomes as shown in the figure. So HFE IB R0 dash, R0 dash, RA dash 1 by j omega CSH. Okay. And in the similar manner, we are finding the output voltage. And consider this one as one impedance. And this one is first impedance. And this one is voltage source. This is V1, this is R1. And the parallel combination of these two impedances considered as one impedance, that is R2. So V0 is equal to this voltage into opposite value, opposite impedance by total impedance. And that becomes V0 is equal to initial voltage V1, that is minus HFE IB R0 dash into the parallel combination. So that is this value. The parallel combination of these two values considered as one resistance, that is R2, that is RA dash parallel 1 by j omega CSH, that is RA dash into 1 by j omega CSH by RA dash plus 1 by j omega CSH. This is parallel combination by total resistance. Total resistance is R0 dash plus this value. The parallel combination of these two impedances. This is R1 plus R2. R0 dash plus parallel combination means this value. RA dash 1 by j omega CSH by RA dash plus 1 by j omega CSH. So if you simplify the analysis, if you simplify this equation, just we are taking LCM here, and some terms will be cancelled. And if you take the analysis, if you perform the analysis as in the previous manner, so then we have final equation, that is minus 6 HFE IB R0 dash RA dash by remaining term on RA dash plus R0 dash plus j omega R0 dash RA dash into CSH. Okay. And here this is V0 value. This is V0 value. We want to find out the voltage gain. So just divide this term with VI. So hence we can get V0 by VI is equal to the total term into 1 by VI. So this term is divided with VI. So then we can get the equation like this. So what is V0 by VI? V0 by VI is the gain at higher frequencies. Okay. So AV high is equal to the numerator term becomes mid frequency gain. Already we know AV mid is equal to already the derived value, that is minus HFE IB R0 dash RA dash by R0 dash plus RA dash into 1 by VA. So in place of that value, we are substituting AV mid. Here we have minus, and by the denominator term R0 dash plus RA dash by R0 dash plus RA dash becomes 1 plus the remaining term is J into omega means 2 pi of R0 dash RA dash CSH by R0 dash plus RA dash. And AV mid by 1 plus J into F is, we are separating the term F and the remaining term, that is 2 pi CSH R0 dash plus R0 dash RA dash by R0 dash plus RA dash is considered as F. So in place of this term, we are substituting FH. Then we can get 1 by FH. So then we can get AV mid by 1 plus J into F into 1 by FH. This term. In place of this term, we are substituting 1 by FH. Or FH is equal to 1 by 2 pi R0 dash RA dash plus by R0 dash plus RA dash into C. Okay. So this is AV high is AV high by AV mid is equal to 1 by 1 plus J into F by H. So this is the value already. This is the value. So at F equal to FH, this becomes, the gain becomes 1 by root 2, that is 0.707. So at higher frequencies, from this equation, we can say that at higher frequencies, the gain is reduced by 1 by root 2 times from its maximum value or from its mid frequency gain. And if you draw the frequency response, then we have the response like this. So at lower frequencies, the gain reduced by 0.707, that is 1 by root 2 times of maximum value, that is mid frequency gain. At higher frequency also, the gain reduced by 1 by root 2 times from its maximum value, that is from the mid frequency gain. So this is FL, this is FH. So in this manner, we have to find out the gains at different frequencies, at lower, at higher, as well as at mid frequencies. And in the analysis, we are also know, that means in the analysis, we know at lower frequencies, the capacitor, the coupling capacitor has some reactance. It provides some reactance. And at mid frequencies, the coupling capacitors become short circuited. And at higher frequencies also, the coupling capacitors become short circuited. But in that case, we have one more capacitance, that is internal capacitance, shunting capacitance. That one will be considered. And if you perform the analysis, we can get the response of two-stage RC coupled amplifier like this. Okay, thank you.